Hi, Shel. It's Lisa. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Lisa, and I was one of Shel's caretakers in college. And Shel was just one of the most incredible people I've ever met. She changed my life and made me appreciate so much every day that I got to spend with her. And I'm so happy to be here to celebrate you, Shel. Beautiful celebration of your life. You've touched so many people, and I'm so grateful to have been one of those. So I love you.
And we're going to take a little bit of break from the music to have another speaker. It will be my mom's youngest brother, the man, the myth, the legend, Uncle Ted Robinson.
I've got a lot of input from my siblings for this paper. And I've exaggerated a few things as well, because that's what I do. Tennessee Williams reportedly said that life is a fairly well-written play, except for the third act. The third act is no good. That's why I have this in 20 font, because my sight is no good. So I figured I'd just start off by acknowledging that our sister Shel's third act was hard. While there are many good memories and moments in our sister's third act, most of us here met and got to know Shel during the first and second acts. These first two acts are filled with great memories, moments, and events that we will all cherish and remember. My siblings have asked that I speak on their behalfs about some of these memories, moments, and events that we shared with our oldest sibling. So the words that I am speaking are cumulative of all of our thoughts. Shel's talents were endless, as you can tell by all of the artifacts. Shel was artistic through watercolor paintings, silk paintings, and quilt making. Shel was a scholar as well, always learning new ideas. Shel was thoughtful of others. This is nothing new to any of you. Shel was a true musician, singer, and playing of musical instruments. Shel, being the eldest of the extended Robinson clan, helped us all grow. Shel and Mike housed almost all of us and some of our kids for some period of time, as Mike made mention earlier. Shel influenced all of her brothers and sisters and many of us here today. Courage. She was always very supportive of our individual interests and encouraged family gatherings throughout our lives. She was the binding force of her 6 brothers and sisters, their spouses, and their offspring. Here are some of the specific events that my brothers and sisters would like me to share. I am so grateful to have had a sister like Shel. I do remember in my freshman year at Cal Poly, this wasn't me, how surprised I was when she invited herself to come visit. It was very comforting that she was ready to move away from the Los Angeles and land a job at Cal Poly. She used to meet downtown for early morning runs, that activity stuff. Her first year of marriage, she and Mike allowed me to be their roommate, as we talked about. There were many years she played hostess to me and friends as we opened many a bottle of wine, courage, in a 2-deck game of hearts. She once implied that it was funny that both her children were involved in the winery industry. My family and I were the recipients of many gifts, handmade, of course, as well as presents that made our lives easier. I am reminded of what a wonderful sister she was every day. Shel was not obviously overly ambitious, but excelled at everything she attempted without much effort. She read every book in the known universe, or at least that she could get her hands on. Her generosity spilled over into her professional and adult life as well. One of my memories, not mine, was her teasing me about being a twin and only having half a brain. I retaliated by saying, "I'm not that kind of a twin." She was a very smart student, so I used her English smarts to help me edit many of my college papers. I did that too. As I look around my garden and my home, I see many gifts that Shel has given me over the years. It reminds me of how generous Shel was to everyone. She would get you a gift just because she thought of you. She loved having family come to visit. She loved a good wine. She loved her many friends. She exposed us to wonderful music over many, many years, to concerts with the San Luis Vocal Arts Ensemble. Our sister was very much a mother figure for all of us. Her role was important at a time that we were losing our mother. She tried to give the best advice about not marrying too early. Be sure to travel and have a career to support oneself, then settle down. That didn't work for a couple of us. As I went ahead and married anyways, at young ages, she, however, practiced what she believed, and she did travel, had a career before starting her family, and was willing to learn new things all the time. She was an inspiration. All right. If I were describing my sister to others, it would be how courageous she was. She traveled to Europe as an exchange student in high school, continued to travel worldwide, even traveled with her disability. She did lots of traveling then too. Shel embraced her family and extended relatives with a generous nature and will be treasured always. Her talents continue to grow from cooking, quilting, painting, gardening, even to participate in long-distance runs and triathlons. Keisha? Don't forget that she was a great swimmer, and she actually did water ballet before it became an Olympic sport. It's true, she's good. We shared a love of the mountains with her, a camping trip to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, a trip to Mount Lassen National Park, a 3-day hiking trip to White Wolf in Yosemite, and after her bike accident, trips in winter to Yosemite were still taking place. She still did a lot of traveling. We too were recipients of many gifts from Shel, hand-painted watercolors, homemade quilts and pillows, and other things that appeared to make her think of us when she saw them. Mostly it had ocean themes. I think that's Gary. If I were to tell a silly story, it would be when the sisters met for a girls' weekend in Monterey. We would shop, eat, drink wine, run on the beach, and enjoy the hot tub under the stars. And then wait, I better not talk about this. There are some details that we should just leave between the sisters. Needless to say, having to go from her active, independent lifestyle to one where she would not walk again and became dependent on others was very difficult. This probably would be difficult for all of us. I think every one of us tried to help Shel in whatever ways we could. I know she appreciated the Facebook posts. In fact, really look forward to them, the phone calls, cards, and letters, visits from all, but most of all, we all listened. I don't think any one of us felt that Shel didn't love us, and I hope she got a measure of happiness from the love we all had for her. We are grateful for the time and memories shared with our beloved sister. Truly, Shel is an incredible sister, mother, friend, example, and a mentor. We will miss her. That's it.